So today, we're going to add horns to this beast. I've done a little bit of work already. I just basically prepped for today. Now, the first thing I'm going to tell you guys I did, as you may see, the hood line does not match up now, and it overlaps the doors like crazy. And the reason I did this is because of where the rad sat inside this car and how far the hood protruded past where the bumper was. I was scared that it was going to bend down and break the rad out of this. And I tested it on a different car here where I drove up to the front of it and I pushed, and the other car's bumper actually went over top of this car's bumper, hit the hood, and bent it into the rad. So it's kind of getting ready for the derby ring. So all I did is I undid the hinges and I basically just moved them back one bolt space. All the factory springs still work, everything still works. All I did was move the hoods back about 3 inches. Now, a lot of guys don't move the hood back, but I'm a firm believer that steel sticking past doesn't really do very good unless you're protecting the rad. But I don't really protect the rad. I say screw it and just you do it. But hoods move back, so that's phase 1. Phase 2 is I used the torch and I cut huge holes because I miscalculated where they were going to go. So that's done. And then I used the torch as well to cut the holes through here. And we're going to just weld those threaded rod to the actual frame of the vehicle. I checked. This is all within the rules, so let's get welding, I guess. So now the front ones are done all the way down to the frame. That's good enough for me. They're quite long. I rechecked the rules and it says the hood can be fastened down in 6 spots, but it does not specify how many of those 6 spots can be threaded rod. So I guess let's keep adding the threaded rod to this car until it becomes a rod machine. That sounds bad. Never mind. Not a rod machine. A tough machine. So all the threaded rod is now into the hood. I did cut a 6-inch hole in the hood, so the fire hose can get through there, and it's right over top of the intake. So if this thing catches on fire, they can snuff it out quick. I also drilled a couple holes through the front of the hood to attach it to the bumper when the bumper is chosen for this vehicle, because it's still not picked yet, I guess. Let's take a look underneath here. A lot of the concerns that's been happening at demolition derbies around here, in per se, is people have been adding steel when they put their threaded rod. I don't like doing that. I find, yes, it makes it stronger, and these guys are using it as basically a gusset from here to here and then attaching their threaded rod. Yes, it makes it stronger, but I don't like doing that. I find that the farther and farther you push rules, the more and more they're going to push back. And we're kind of experiencing that around with a couple of our promoters and a couple of people that are getting tired of overbuilt cars at their shows. So when I do it, I don't add steel. I weld right to the inner fender. Again, both sides. And then the front here. I am a little nervous about this because of how long the threaded rod is. I believe we're like 28 inches from the top of the threaded rod to where it meets the frame. So it is quite long. I am scared that it's going to bend quite easily. So I'm going to pay a little bit more attention to this, but I don't know for 100% as of right now if that's going to stay the way it is. So yeah, threaded rod's done. I'm quite happy with how it turned out. Well, bam! Look at that. This is one of the ugliest cars that's ever going to go into the ring. I'm not sure how it's going to be painted, but God, is it ugly. Gotta love the ugly duckling. That might be a good name for this thing, the ugly duckling. Take care, guys. Leave a comment of what you think this thing should be named. I was thinking like maybe Project Mini Roundback, Project Ugly Duckling, Project, I don't know, School Bus or Cool Bus. What do you guys think? Leave a comment. Thanks for watching. See you guys tomorrow.